Well, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, dear listener, dear viewer. We are here for a special, depending on what platform you're on, Era of Town TV exclusive or Dockers Debate exclusive interview with Centre Back Extraordinaire, as he likes to be called. It's Calum McGeehan. How are we, Callum?
I'm very well, yourself?
You're waiting for it, all right?
Yeah, I'm good, yeah.
Tag 2 this was, where we mentioned Callum having a quick pit stop at Beckenham after winning the treble.
Just a short one.
Yeah, they say the grass is greener. I'm not saying anything else. Anyway, Callum, good to have you on the show, mate. How are you?
Good, thank you. Very good. Good. So, but there's a reason why we're doing this interview today, which we'll touch on shortly. But just for viewers and listeners at the moment, how do we think your season's going so far? Because let's be honest, we weren't one of the favourites to be in the position we're in. No, I think if we was given it, Woody was given this position at the start of the season, I think people would have snapped hand off. I know we've got aspirations and targets that I'm not going to say on here, but I think it's good, yeah.
Yeah, League 2 then.
Conference League.
Yeah, Conference League, we'll see. But no, you're right, it has been a good start. And, you've seen the predictions here and there, and other clubs have sort of predicted every way.
Mentioned in the top sort of half, where we're sort of sitting now. And I think, obviously, this league, some big budgets.
Yeah.
Massive budgets from what we're hearing. So for us to be where we are and doing what we do is, it's good.
Yeah, absolutely. With that said, though, the last few weeks, it's been a bit tough, cancellations and postponements and, Ashford just before we had a break and not knowing what game's going to be on, what game's going to be off. But we've just had a big win away at Stenning Town Community. And like Woody said, post-match, they were no mugs. That's got to be great for morale. How is morale in the camp?
Yeah, like you said, we have a stop-start sort of Christmas. I think we went from Ashford 2-3 weeks, 2-3 games off to also the game where we didn't perform against Burley Seal like we should have done. Losing the game got spelled, but obviously they're a good team. Again, another big budget. But it's going well.
Yeah, it's going well. And then that's the thing, and it's one of those things where I've sort of compared it to silly as it sounded like trying to go too far. A bit like that year that Leicester won the league, where you just got you just got to keep doing it. You don't fancy you to be there, so all you can do is keep going.
Like you mentioned, staying in, it's a good result. I know they're bottom, but teams will go down there and will come unstuck, especially on a Tuesday night. It's not the greatest of journeys if you're sort of.
It's not the on the Saturday.
Right, yeah, exactly that. So anyone could be anyone their day. That's the thing about this league. So you have got to be on your game each week. So.
Yeah. And talking about anyone being on their day, this weekend season's facing off with Ramsgate. We obviously went down there, went 1-0 up. They obviously pulled it back, very hard hit now, but also they're a good side. It has. But as you say, there's a lot of pressure on Ramsgate to perform because they're being chased by Margate. This is an horrible place to come, and as you're saying, on their day can beat anyone.
Yeah, obviously going to Ramsgate, not many teams can go down there and win. No. And when you are down to 10 men, 3-1 down at half time, it's not an enjoyable 45 minutes or 50 minutes, whatever it goes for. But yeah, it's a different game. So brass pitches here, pitches not 3G, let's put it that way. So yeah, anything can happen.
Yeah, absolutely. And this weekend's fixture, we've got a local school coming down as well, but it's also dedicated to your son Hudson. It's like a sort of fundraiser awareness day for him because he was unfortunately diagnosed and he was born with cerebral palsy.
Yeah.
Tell us about your son and all, and the day itself.
Yeah, so he was 5 weeks early. So my wife was rushed into hospital due to the complication of that. It was sort of oxygen-starved birth. So in effect, cerebral palsy is a form of brain damage. So like me, you, anyone walking along, we don't tell our muscles and leg to work, if you like it, as a conscious, where his brain blocked the signal to his legs to sort of walk normally, walk flat foot. So he was born 5 weeks early. He was in hospital for nearly 3 weeks. So he's quite small. He was in intensive care for nearly 14 nights. So it's quite a tough start.
Obviously, then it must have been horrific.
Yeah, obviously we were fairly young parents for this sort of day and age. Was 23, 24. So that was just our first birth. So again, it was all new to us, and that is obviously something we wasn't planning on. So we didn't know too much when we come out of hospital. He was only sort of about a year when he wasn't doing the milestones, like sitting up, crawling. Something might be wrong. So when obviously you had the checks and stuff, it was just before he was 2 that we actually got set the diagnosis of cerebral palsy.
So you mentioned that in the interview we had last year and just then about his diagnosis, he was just before his second birthday, as you say there. It must be traumatic for the family.
Yeah,
I mean, and Robbie knew it was half coming with it.
Yeah, obviously did, but on the arse, I did a typical bloke thing. Was I know nothing wrong with fine. And also, when you get the loose, it's obviously it's not great. But I often say to people, we're lucky, and they sort of say, "Well, why are you lucky?" I'm like, "Well, he's healthy.
Yeah.
He is now walking." But they told us when we first got diagnosed that he would never walk unaided. He's done that. I mean, 2 years ago we walked up a mountain. So
Yeah, pretty.
obviously they're the cards we've been dealt and we're playing. So I say we're lucky. They do have a shot and go, "Why are you lucky?" I've got cerebral palsy, but he's not wheelchair bound all the time. He's independent as possible. And obviously that's the physio I think we're doing is trying to make him lead a normal life, walking wise, like me, you and you else.
I mean, like going back to it from what we discussed before, you said in February 2020, you know, he qualified for, as you called it, like life-changing SDR surgery. After SDR surgery, what exactly was the surgery, and how has that helped, like, help him with his life and improve it?
Yeah, so see, we qualified after my wife sort of badgered a lot of people high up in Great on the Street. So without her on the phone's emails, I don't think we'd have got quite as far as you did. So I was lucky to have a mum like her, first and foremost, and she had paid to say no. But yeah, SDR, if you didn't get there, was actually looking to go to America because it wasn't as big when we sort of had it. And to get the SDR to qualify, you had to have, I think it was about £25,000 to £30,000 in the bank for rehab after.
Yeah.
Because if you don't have that in place, the surgery's wasted. So it was obviously taking Grenville Street and they go into your spine. It's pretty amazing, really. They go into your spine and sort of reattach cords to re-signals from your brain to your muscles. So his cerebral palsy, his effect is that his muscles were too tight and they wouldn't loosen. So often, mainly his left foot was walking on tiptoes. The surgery went through his back. He was in hospital for 3 weeks and basically, re-signals and loosens muscles with the rehab of physio to try and get foot walking, the gait right sort of thing.
Yeah.
So it's massive, a massive impact. But before his balance was really affected, he was always on his tiptoes. Obviously, that just relaxed anything. So with that physio muscle memory, he's sort of walking semi-normal, if you like. As you can say, really, but yeah, a lot better. Because obviously, when you walk on your toes, it affects your hips, it affects your whole sort of roll as well. Yeah. And that leads to more complications later on in life, like hip replacement, knee replacement, things like that. So we call it early, he's doing the physio, so hopefully such really doesn't get to that point later on in life. So I mean, but changing.
No, it's and it sounds like it's for the better. I mean, this isn't one that's on like this, but how long was the recovery for something like that? And I tell you what, like you were saying about, like, he was being born early and he's had this. What a kid to go through all that already, you know.
I often say it makes it easier for us as parents because he's so resilient. It's not affecting really not affecting you. He makes it easy for us to sort of crack on with him helping. I think if he wasn't as resilient and so positive about it, it might be a lot more of a challenge. But I was like to say, he went up a mountain. So it's 4.5 hours to walk up a mountain. We was told he'd never really walk unaided. So the fact he does things like that is obviously unbelievable.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's no choice that you're not going to take on.
No, I mean, I was just going to say, like, you know, you're always really cheerful when we see it at the games. Yeah, as an happy lad.
Going back to the rehab, it was a long process, but obviously we had the surgery. That's 3 weeks in a sort of apartment opposite Great on the Street. So me and my wife were swapping days and working around work and my other son. So he's in and out doing obviously swim call, things like that. But then obviously COVID. So we got home, and I think the week after we got home from hospital, COVID coming, lockdown coming.
Yeah, of course. So yeah,
whereas when we going to do face-to-face physio, there's almost everything shut down on literally everything.
How was that? Because, you know, some parents, they struggle like homeschooling in the nicest way. You know, you've got this you've had this operation, or you've had this these treatments and these physios and these reps, and you know, without trying to like go into too much things and bring back bad memories for other people, you know, like anyone who had any kind of condition was potentially affected by this. You must have been terrified. Or not terrified, but to a degree, you must thought you might get affected by this.
It's sort of a day was like, what are we going to do? Because he's literally just had the surgery, life-changing surgery. You need to be doing certain amount of physio hours a week, and we've got nothing. So yeah, obviously, like going back to my wife, she's pretty amazing with things like that. So she's on the phone. We've got a treadmill, we've got all the equipment. We was doing the physio ourselves. Luckily, the weather was good, so we got garden of fake grass we had there doing it, and we were doing it with iPads and FaceTime for the physios. Yeah, so we were doing a lot of it ourselves, just relaying their instructions to Hudson doing it. But I'm a bit of a pushover, so when he says I'm tired, I was like, well, I paid over so, but there, I'm like, no, keep going. So She really drove it during that time off. So yeah, it was a tough period. But yeah, we got through it. So, but again, that's because of him, the way he is.
Yeah, and things like that. I mean, in the nicest way, again, lockdowns were particularly nice for some people, and obviously some people were affected by by the disease itself and stuff like that. But this has only must have brought you together stronger as a family, sure.
Yeah, because then obviously Jesse's joining the physio. They're all doing the physio, and also we're both teachers, so we're both trying to do online lessons at the same time, as well as then doing the learning from schools and the physio. So we were juggling quite a lot.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, how important? Because again, this weekend's game is like an awareness, and we're going to do like a little collection and all that kind of thing. But just how important is raising awareness of this for not just Hudson, but for everyone who's got it, and to help people with that condition?
Yeah, I think it's massive, because it's before, obviously, you brick by sort of thing, there's just so many fabios hit you firsthand. So we didn't know anything about it. So we always done hours of research, and the more you sort of awareness is, the more people actually contact him, like to Claire, to his sort of Instagram page. But like I say, off camera, the NHS only goes so far, and the stuff they do provide is sort of basic. So it costs us anywhere sort of between £12,000 and £15,000 a year for his physio, his equipment, to keep him going. Because obviously he has to keep doing the physio because his muscle memory doesn't stay. So he has to keep 3-4 times a week. There's a physio goes into a school. Half term he goes into a gym. We go to Southend. We've gone to Freddie Farmer Foundation at the start. It's got all this sort of specialist machinery that really helps, but with the gait movement, the walking and muscle memory. So yeah, it is key to raise awareness, and hopefully through this, if someone's listening, they want to reach out, obviously, hopefully you can tag Hudson's page.
Yeah.
My wife, she spoke to loads of people who reached out on Facebook, Instagram, who are just going through it, starting their own journey. So if we can help anyone through this as well, then by all means, please contact us.
I was going to say, do you, because with that, this opportunity interview with you and Hudson, there's some things that happened with me and my children over the years where PR5 people message me like, oh, what's this? Do you find that people do now sort of go to you as a little bit of a resource for advice?
Yeah. Because like I said at the start, my wife, extensive research into everything. After initial shock, she was head down, books in there. So she knows literally everything there is to know about a treatment, anything if it was cerebral palsy. So she is really keen on this on. So yeah.
But I mean, so that must also be, I mean, I keep coming off that because I just think it's fascinating, but it must also be good in a way knowing all that stuff, because if you didn't know that something happened, you might start fearing the worst. But then, actually, that might be a side effect of the physio, right? In the backwards say, couldn't you here?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, excellent. Well done there. Well done, Mr. McGeehan. So, well, finally, just as we go on, what's your message for those who've contributed so far and know they're going to be in attendance at the weekend? Just anyone who wants to know more or where to get help and all that.
Just a massive thank you. Is obviously, as a man, it's quite hard to ask for people's money. But we're blessed with great family and friends who always very around us, and things like this as well. It doesn't go unnoticed with my wife and my son. He buzzing to come each Saturday walk out as well. So yeah, just thank you to anyone that donates. It doesn't matter. Not after obviously massive, but it really does so a long way. Like I said, use physio 4 times a week. His equipment costs us quite a lot across Europe about the NHS help.
So, and does he, I mean, you just said it there, one last one. Does he want to walk out with his dad or walk out Harry Taylor or just bank an hat trick?
I don't know. I've been pretty upset if he wants to walk out Harry. That fuck. Yeah. Harry's good though. If he wants to walk out Harry, then
no pressure, Harry Taylor. Yes, team of the week, perfect hat trick. I'll come now. You're the boost got better. So a photo as well. That photo keeps floating around with the ball. So yeah, there we go. Well, Calum, thank you very much. Thank you very much, Silverfish. Thank you.